Hello everybody, Ant the Handyman here. Today we're going to be fixing a ceiling fan that the chain doesn't work. So sometimes there's two problems. Either the chain is pulled out or it's jammed, just like what happened over here. So we're going to try fixing that today. So let's get started. So before starting any electrical work, it's always important to turn off the circuit breaker. So here's the switch to that room, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. So now let's get started on repairing the fan. This light off. So let's unscrew right here. Let's take this connection out. So this has one of these clip connections, which is really hard to get off with one hand.
Two hours later. One eternity later.
Alright, so after all that struggle of pulling this light kit's connection off of the ceiling fan, I finally got it off. It's been sitting there for a while, so I expect it to be hard to pull off. So first, we're going to start off by unscrewing the screw at the bottom, right here, which I actually did already. The screw is right here. And then now, you're going to put it back, flip it back over, and this little piece in the middle should come out. So now, this connection right here, and this connection right here connects to the pull chain. So what you want to do is get a pair of pliers, which is probably the easiest way. On the not bent side, you're gonna just press down really hard to unbend it, and then it should just come out easily like that. So then now you can untwist, and it came out. So now this side of the chain is out. Now we have to get this side. Also, be careful, don't mix up your connections. So I would highly recommend it if you separate each side so that you don't get mixed up. So let's do this one. This one's a little bit harder. It's thicker. It has more wiring inside it. So you might need a regular plier. Like this is a needle nose plier. A regular plier would really help more in this. So I'm gonna go get a different plier and I will be right back.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm back. I got a different plier. So this is the other type of plier that I was talking about. It's not a needle nose, so let's try this out. It should be an easier way to take this off now. This has tape on it for some reason. Might actually need some help on this, so I'll be right back.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so after all that difficulty, I finally took it off. I actually had to cut it off because this little metal piece right here wouldn't come off. So this is why I really hate these right here. It's really a pain to take off, especially with the metal inside of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace it with these twist caps, so it's way easier to remove if we ever needed to. So here, this piece should have came out right here, which was in the hole. Right here. And this should also came out. Don't worry, this is supposed to come out because that's what was attached to one of the wires on this chain. So let's start with the new one now. So here we got the new one. It comes with string, and it's basically the same thing as what this one is. This one is silver, but that's fine because no one's gonna really notice. So we open that right here. So let's unwrap this. Okay. So now, there are two sides. If your ceiling fan already has one of these screws right here, you don't need it, especially if it's a different color. Like the one that I have is gold, and that's what you should put back on. So, it already comes pre-cut, so you don't have to worry about cutting the wires, so you can just take those off like that. And now, we could just twist a little bit like that. The other side too. So the tip is twisted, because that's the part where you're going to be using the screw in. So now, we're going to take this piece right here. We're going to twist this too. So we're going to twist like this. So now, we can put these together. Doesn't matter, it could be either one, but just don't mix it up with other ones. So let's put this together like this. And now we're gonna grab a screw-on thing. Maybe it's easier to twist these together first. And then you can put the screw. So let's put this on now. Perfect. So we're all set with this one. Now we gotta do this one, which I actually have to cut the wire on here because I cut it. So I'm gonna use a pair of pliers right here, or you can use a wire cutter. It doesn't really matter. But I only have a plier, so I'm gonna use a plier. Just cut enough amount of space. And you just cut it like this. Alright, got it off. Now, we're gonna take the other part over here and add all 4 of these together. Just like this. Actually, make sure they're all twisted before you connect them together. If it's loose, it could short circuit and it could maybe cause a fire, which is not going to be too good. So let's twist. And then the last one. Alright, so maybe it's easier to start with just 3. Actually, yeah, 3. Let's start with 3 of these. Might hurt your fingers, so you might want something to help you. Now, let's add the other side to this. Now we are ready to go back to the ceiling fan, and we can put this light kit back on it and check to see if it works. Wait, actually, I forgot to do this one last part. I have to take this part right here, and you have to stick it in the hole. Make sure the chain is pulled out too. So let's put that in there. Oh shoot, one of the shades came off. Fix it later. So now you're gonna get your old or new. Let's put this into there. Wrong way. Okay, the chain is working. Now, before we go head upstairs and put this back on, make sure it's fully tight so that there are no loose wires, which can, again, cause a fire. So, let's go put this on, back on the ceiling fan. Let's see if it works. Alright, so let's put this back on. Let's put this back on. So, we're going to connect white to white. So it would be this to this. If it were the other type, it would have been twist wire. So there we go, we got that one in. Now we're going to get the black wire right here, and we're going to connect it to the blue wire. That back. This blue one's not going in. There we go. Okay, so now let's push this all, this has to be all inside. So let's push this in there. Hold on, let me just get a screwdriver so this is easier. Okay. Okay, so let's finish putting these screws on. I put one on, it was really hard to push this light back in. So push this side. Alright, so we finished screwing this in. Now let's put the light bulbs and the pull chain extensions back on. Then we'll finish this video off by testing it. Okay, so we finished putting the light kit back on. So it's time to test it out. let's turn the circuit breaker back on. Okay, so the fan has turned back on, so that means the power has gone back on. So we're gonna go ahead and try to see if it worked. Yep, so this is a really big success. The light works. You should be able to turn it on and off from there if you have to. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.